Welcome to the United States.
Well, we're heading to the Elkwoods. After 2.5 days of exhausting travel, we've finally landed in Bozeman and we're heading to some public land. We're going to try and do some scouting tonight. We've got a couple of days before the season opener and hopefully get into some elk. Looking forward to the days to come. Well, we've just found our first elk for the trip, a bachelor mob of bulls playing on the ridge below us. Well, it's one day till opener, just having a quick brekkie. Sun's coming up, we're just about to climb this ridge out the back of camp. The anticipation's certainly starting to build. Can't wait to go find some elk and see what the day brings. Well, it's finally opening day. Let's go find a bull. Well, we were out well and truly before light this morning, greeted by a very unpleasant full moon and pretty hot conditions. We let out a few bugles but had no responses. Get out on a high ridge this afternoon, try and glass some new country and use spot and stalk and maybe find them if they're not making noise. Just the last half an hour since that sun's dropped, it's just come alive. We had potential shoot a bull across the gully here. I mean, it's a bit hard to tell with the wind, with the sun setting, but he looks like he's got everything. So we'll be back here first thing in the morning and hopefully we can lay eyes on him again. I can't believe what today turned into. It's been almost a year of me waiting for a day exactly like this. Hopefully that's just an appetizer of things to come as the rut builds up. We've got a couple more days of cool weather, so I just can't get over, 50 cows up there, that massive bull just sitting up there bugling his guts out all afternoon. Hope I don't regret not moving in on him. He was in a pretty hard stalking position with that many eyes and an open hill face. Hopefully we get a few more encounters with some similarly sized big bulls in the next couple of days, but I mean, you can't ask for more than that. It was just, incredible, and yeah, hopefully it just gets better and better.
Well, it's awfully quiet this morning. We're hoping the bulls were going to be just talking to each other naturally, but I think it's time to start the fire.
Well, the smoke ended up clearing just enough for us to find another herd of elk. We've come up here and there's a really nice bull who's just a little bit young. It's a bit frustrating because in any other unit he'd be a shooter for sure, sort of like that bull from yesterday, but it's a once in a lifetime tag, so we're looking for a once in a lifetime bull. We'll just keep searching, checking in on these cows, and hopefully that big bull rocks up soon.
He's a pretty good bull. He's trying to work out if he's a shooter or not. He's got really nice tops. Just whether he's got the length. He is like right on the edge of a shooter. Like if this was day 12, I'd be running down this hill like an athlete. Knowing that we've still got, 2 weeks of hunting. It's just so hard. Like, I feel crazy not going down there right now. And I really might regret this decision. Big elk by himself, responding to our calls, loves the cow call. I don't know, I think we can find a bigger bull. And at this stage, I'll probably save it for that, but I just hope I don't regret this decision in 2 weeks' time. Is it 35 meters? Well, what an amazing morning that was. I mean, this is what September's all about. It seems like the rut's really kicked in this morning. Just set up for the afternoon on this glassing knob, and we've got 360-degree views of this whole basin. Just been watching young bulls traverse all the ridges. Plan to just sit here for the afternoon and sort of move around, see what's moving, see where the herds are at. Try and locate if there's any of these really magnificent bulls coming into these basins. Well, it's come alive this morning. We got a big bull bugling out behind camp. At first light, we just saw a massive silhouette came over the drainage. We've got absolutely no wind this morning, and so you could just hear the faintest bugle. And we spotted him up on the hill. He's got a decent herd of cows, probably about 10 cows, and he's working them. We can't see points or anything, but he's got a massive frame, massive body. So we're going to go move down on him, try and cut the distance, get eyes on him. We're going to move on and hopefully get a play this big bull down. Just sitting waiting game. We're being pretty conservative, I guess. The wind hasn't really picked up for the middle of the day, so we're just sort of seeing our options, feeling it out. Hopefully the wind picks up and have to make a move up there.
You're always a bit anxious when you find an animal of the calibre that we found yesterday, whether after your one opportunity, whether you're going to be able to find him again. We were fairly conservative, so we're hopeful that we could find him, and we've come out this morning and just found him bedded up on a bench here. Hopefully we don't waste our second chance.
Well, this bull's done it to us again. It's pretty frustrating. We thought we had a good play on him this morning, and hasn't gone our way again.
Well, today hasn't gone to plan. We ended up getting a pretty bad flat last night. Had to come in and change the tyre today. Been to every tyre shop in town and no one had the right size or the right tyre, so went to Walmart and they came through for us. Surprise, surprise. Heading back out now. Hopefully we can get back for an afternoon hunt.
There's at least 3 or 4 bulls going off all around us. We're going to keep moving up this way. It seems to be where most of the action's coming from. We need to get eyes on a couple of bulls now and see what's moving around. So far, the biggest bull seems to be the one up high with a limp. He's an absolute giant. That's the bull we've come here for. We've got to move quick. He's got his cows above him up on the hill. He's a monster. We're 35 metres off him. He's in there raking a tree. We can't get him out.
I spent a couple of hours off him. He was just in a thicket bugling and sort of bedded with his cows, but we couldn't get a shot away, and so we didn't want to push it, so we've just backed out. We've come out, gonna have a feed, and then we'll go back in the afternoon and try and get him. But he looks like an incredible bull, probably the best one I've seen for the trip.
So we've only heard one bugle this morning, complete opposite from yesterday. We had bulls going off everywhere. This morning it just seems like a wasteland so far. It's on the other side of the boundary fence.
Well, back at the truck a bit earlier than expected this morning. We ended up bumping into a lovely lady, one of the owners of the property, and she informed us that they'd gone through the area that we'd hunting this morning well before light, and yeah, they were doing a heap of spraying in the next sort of paddock over and scared a massive herd of elk, which we're assuming are the ones that we were on yesterday and saw yesterday. So, but we'll pack up, means we're going to go back to where we were originally hunting, and we've got plenty of time in the day, so we'll see what else we can get on.
Well, the rain's got everything on its feet. I just can't help but think about that huge bull from yesterday. We've seen bigger bulls, we've had encounters with bigger bulls, and I'm going to hold out today for a bigger bull.
September 13th, pretty special day in my calendar. It 1 year ago got my first bull elk, general tag, public land, solo hunt. So hopefully I can draw on some of that luck today and get a similar outcome.
This is truly special now. It doesn't get much better than this. Absolute Jurassic Park down there. We've got 4 or 5 fairly even bulls, all beautiful animals, just going absolutely wild. There's 50 odd cows, another 10 odd satellites. I mean, you can't ask for a better scenario than this. It's just putting on an absolute show for us.
I think it does reinforce me that there is some really incredible animals here in this unit. And holding out for one of those is certainly going to be worth it. So I'm just looking forward to the days to come, if this is sort of a glimpse into what's going to happen in the next week or so. But
a really special afternoon, and one I won't soon forget.
this is not what I wanted to do this morning. We'll get this fixed and then get moving for the morning. We'll be a little bit late, but hopefully we can still get on to some elk.
Hi, what can I get started for you today?
Have you got anything that cures depression?
I'm sorry, could you repeat that?
That's alright. Can I please have 2 large chocolate shakes, please? Pretty close.
What we have spotted is an antelope down here, and I've got an antelope tag burning in my pocket, so we're going to make a bit of a play, see if we can get our first critter on the deck, and have a bit of fun, so hopefully we can get in close. Oh, we've got bulls just going absolutely mad in every direction. Just trying to find the best bull before we make a play. Let's go kill this bull. Look, the cows are moving down. He's following them. We're at least a 15-minute run away from there. We've got to move. Not what we're after. We know he's bedded in here somewhere, we just can't get eyes on him.
Got into about 40. The closest we had was we could see his antlers over the top of a couple of bushes, and we must have gone one way and he went the other because we sort of lost him after that. They've kept running and gone on to the neighbour's block, which we don't have access to, sadly.
He's not massive. He's still young. He needs a couple more years. Well, we're back on the same ridge as yesterday. There's too many good bulls down here. Do not come back. Big old heavy bulls coming in. If they end up bedding in there, we can always drop back. I think we play it safe, go high. We just got pinned down by bulls there. We ran around, closed the gap on the herd. There's a big old heavy bull who mass always wins. He just sort of, as we were leaving, you could see that he was pushing out that other prettier bull. He looks like he's taken a lot of the cows and they've moved over, gone into an actually different spot of private. But we've heard a couple of bugles, so we're really hoping that the bull we're chasing and had the encounter with on first light is still below us here.
He started coming in, got to about 50. The thermals just sort of sucked down a little bit, and he was higher than his cows, just trying to keep them off the other herd, and those cows have got our scent and taken off up the mountain and gone over into the next gully. Another close encounter. We are getting closer, but we're also running out of days, so hopefully all the stars align and we can make one of these encounters work, but we're certainly getting there. How the game goes. Cows got our wind and they've busted off over the hill. I don't know how many you can get wrong until one goes our way, so we'll just keep persisting and hopefully this next one's it.
Big one that was that tough. We gotta go. Beaten by minutes again. I know where I'll be tomorrow morning. It's just too dark now, so we'll just enjoy the show. And we'll back out once the light fades, but awesome afternoon. The valley cuts left down there. Hopefully they're not in the thick stuff yet. these thick pines because it's just so hard trying to get a shot in there. There was so many times it was at 35 or 40 broadside, but there was just no shooting lane. Now we've got 80 odd elk to deal with out in the open, so that's a new set of challenges, but we'll keep at it and hopefully we can get it done. Some bloody good bulls in there. When I saw this bull this morning, I had this day planned very differently. Just giving him plenty of time. Just letting the waves of emotion come in. I mean, it's been such a long process. Like 20 days we've been grinding it out now. We haven't missed a day of hunting. This is the second last day. And we're just waiting for it to happen. And I guess until I get my hands on him, it's not done yet. So we'll be patient and sit here and try and hold back the temptation to get up there and have a look at him. But I think we've got our bull.
Just, it's hard to put into words how special this hunt's been. I mean, have my brother here slog it out with me for 20 days. You know, you can't help but think about your parents, dad, who got us into hunting when we were little kids. Feel like he's here with us too right now. And just everyone that's helped us along the way. You know, we've been had so many setbacks the last 20 days, gear wise, car wise. Just seems like nothing's gone our way, but we've just kept battling on. We knew eventually the cards would fall our way, and he's a giant. He is enormous. It's all worth it. Meat tongue. We'll get this first one done and all the gear out, and then come back and finish off with the rest of it. Taking the heart out, which is one of our favourite cuts, and my arrow's actually taken out the bottom ventricle. That's why he went down in a matter of 20 seconds odd. For now, we're just going to settle in, cook up some heart, bacon and eggs, and then we'll get going.
I've been chasing mountains I can't climb, holding out for heroes in the night. I find myself here in the dark. We learn to fight and learn who we are, but I am raised up to face the stars full of light. out of my mind like a dark in the distance. Why? We are wild. Standing at the edge of a great sea. Sometimes it takes all you got to believe.